Is this thing on? Hello? Oh,
yeah, it's working, it's working.
It's working? Okay. Yeah. Where's my hat? I thought you said we were going to have a hat.
Give me one. There you go.
There you go. Happy Halloween, guys. It's time for my weekly deck profile. And I picked one of my favorites. It's actually my... Whoa, that just disappeared for a second there. I must have went out of frame.
Yep.
This is actually my main deck. I was kind of questioning myself about putting this up there because people might copy it, but I really could care less anymore. So let's begin. I'll begin with the monsters, and then I'll move the spells and then the traps. I'm not going to declare when I'm moving, just know that I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to start out with my two favorite cards, Spore and Dandelion. Their effects work really well together. Spores, we'll start with Spore. Here, let's take a good look at Spore. It's a white puffball.
The white puffball of doom.
Yeah, you want to explain to him why it's a doom?
Sure.
Alright, go ahead.
Here's the thing. The most common combo that Spore and Dandelion are used for. Let's say you have both of them in the grave. Spore's effect. Remove any plant type monster from your grave. Wrong one. Oh. Remove any plant type monster from your grave to out of play. Special summon him to the field. And when you do, he gains the level of the monster that you remove. Because Dandelion's at level 3, he gains 3 more stars and becomes a level 4.
Level 4.
The only problem about Spore's effect is it can only be used once per duel, though.
Yeah. That's why I only run one plant type, Dandelion. I'm only going to use it once on a duel anyways. So, hey. But if you're running, what was it, a red rose dragon?
Black rose.
Black rose dragon deck? I suggest running 3 in there.
Well, 3 Dandelions, not a Spore.
Yeah.
Spore's limited to 1.
Spore's limited to 1. Oh, I didn't talk about Dandelion. Dandelion's effect. When he's sent to the grave by any means, special summon fluff tokens. That's it. That's all he's got.
There's a lot of reasons why he just does that.
Yeah, there's too many combos to add any more effects. Okay, if I have to explain this one again, I'm gonna knock some heads. Okay, I've explained this in all my other decks I've ever made. It's Sangan again. Yay, Sangan! Every deck should have one.
I should put a little display of Sangan flying everywhere.
Right? Ooh, where do you get that effect made? Level Leader. Oh, the hat got in the way. Level Leader. His effect, he can special summon from the graveyard if you have a level 5 on the field. Let's say you have my little buddy here, Quick Draw Synchron on the field, but you don't have a monster, any normal monsters, and you want to synchro that turn. Use his effect to special summon him. Send like Quillbolt or Dandelion to the field.
Or even Level Leader himself.
Yeah, I think that would. Yeah, that would work.
It would work.
Send Level Leader himself to the field, to the grave. I'm gonna turn that hat off, dude. It keeps popping.
Sorry.
Okay, is it off?
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's off.
Okay.
It's not activating anymore.
Good.
Okay. Send Level Leader here to the grave. Special him. Use his effect. Special summon himself. Use Level Leader's effect to subtract a level from him, making him a level 4. Level Leader's a level 1. Sync for 5 right there. Let's say you want to. You're very stressed for time, but you need that level 5 monster on the field. Like, which one is it?
Junk Warrior.
Junk Warrior. Ooh, Junk Warrior. We'll get to him in a second. Special summon Junk Warrior, you have a higher defense now. It's really useful. And you can just use it to be a jerk. The problem with Junk Synchron is, he has a counter effect that only makes... Oh, Quick Draw. Sorry, Junk Synchron. He's the last one we're going to talk about. Quick Draw... Tongue-tied. Peter Pepper. There we go. Untongue-tied now. Quick Draw Synchron's effect that counteracts his thing is he can only be used for Synchron monsters. Yeah, that sucks. I wish it could be used for everything. Yeah, then I would be synchro summoning like crazy all the time, and I would run triple of him.
What I would suggest to do that is to negate your own Quick Draw Synchron's effect.
Yeah. You can use, I think,
like a Fiendish Chain on your own monster.
Fiendish Chain your own monster.
Like that, just like
okay.
that. Like
Quillbolt, the one I was talking about. Send him to the grave with a quick draw synchron or whatever, but you want him in the grave. That's the only time his effect activates. He special summons from the grave when you have a tuner monster on the field, and this cheese is level 2, so you get 2 extra stars. Okay. Turbo Booster. His main effect that people use him for is his first effect. If you normal summon this turn, special summon him to the field. His secondary effect, I'm not really sure on the rulings. Do you want to explain it?
Turbo Booster?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Turbo Booster. Like Nathan has previously stated, he can special summon himself from the hand only when you have already normal summoned. His secondary effect, let's say one of your monsters battles your opponent's monsters, and what you can do is tribute him to destroy one of your opponent's monsters that has battled that turn. The only problem is it's a spell speed of 1, so he can only be activated during your turn, his owner's turn, or whoever he'll belong to. Like say let's say you'd have a Stardust Dialong. Once per turn, he can't be destroyed by battle. Have him attack one of your opponent's monsters. The monster is not destroyed, of course, but because he battled one of your opponent's monsters battled with a monster of yours, you can tribute him to destroy the monster that Stardust Dialong battled with.
Or you can use that combination with Sandgan. That would be killer.
True, because the Sandgan is destroyed by destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Guess what? Nathan,
somebody's turning on the Hellfire.
Turn it up. Give me a moment. Is it off?
Yeah.
No. Okay. But anyways, yeah, because if Sandgan's destroyed, guess what? Add a card from your hand to the hand, from the deck to the hand.
Okay.
The thing is, you can add, if you do that and you have multiple turbo boosters, add another turbo booster, special summon that one.
Yeah. Alright. Now to the one most people don't even know about unless they buy the pack. Junk Forward.
Yay!
Yay! Junk Forward's effect. If there's no monster on your field, special summon him. Your opponent can have as many monsters as they want, as long as it's your turn and you have no monsters. Your opponent can have no monsters even. His effect still activates.
Sure, let me check real quick.
Yeah, look at it. It does not require your opponent to have monsters on the field. It just says you have no monsters. Special summon him.
He's
so that's like automatic level 3. It's like a Cyber Dragon.
Yeah.
Except without Cyber Dragon's counter, that he has to have your opponent has to have monsters.
Yeah.
All right. Now to the card that everyone gets mad about. I mean, I hear so much bitching about this card. It's unreal.
For multiple reasons.
Junk Defender. Can you get a clear? Come on, get a clear picture.
There, that's good.
There we go. All right, his effect. You always want him in defense mode. By the way, he is he's used for defenders, like his name says, Defender. Okay, his effect. He can be special summoned if your opponent attacks you directly. Will you stop with that baseball?
Sorry.
His secondary effect, either your turn or your opponent's turn. His effect activates. He gains 300 defense points. Just make sure you call the effect or people get mad about it.
Yep.
Okay. The next card is a favorite of my father. He loves this card. Yes, most dads don't duel, but mine does. He's weird that way and really cool. Okay. It's Triple Marauding. Now, if y'all don't know what this does, go back to dueling school. Dueling Academy needs more students.
If only there was a such thing.
Yeah, right. Okay, I will explain for you noobs out there. Alright, the reason I run triple of him is, well, actually, you can run 2 if you want. But, the reason is because of the effect. With normal summon him, special summon. Another effect activate. If your opponent attacks, no attack goes through. Because when he's on the field, your opponent cannot attack any other warriors. And since they're both warriors, no attack.
Yep.
Alright. Now for another one I get complaints about. My junk servants. If you have a junk monster on the field, automatically special summon them. He's a level 4, that's all they do, but people still get mad. I think it's because I bring out too many monsters on one turn.
Pretty much, that's the main reason why.
Alright. For the favorite of any synchro deck, especially junk decks, yep. Junk Synchron. Dun, da, da, da. He's used for at least 5 synchro summons. You have him for Junk Warrior, Junk Gardener,
Junk
Destroyer, Junk Archer, Junk Knight, and there's what's that other one? I can't remember, but I'll look it up online and give it to y'all later. All right. Now onto a card that needs no introduction, Monster Reborn!
I don't know why you said that, even though if you already did it.
I know, right?
What Nathan actually meant to say was that needs no explanation.
Yeah. 1 for 1? Alright. This is a card I got from him. So I'll let him explain it to you guys.
Oh boy. Alright, 1 for 1. All you have to do when you activate it, send 1 monster card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a level 1 monster from your hand or deck to the field. Now I bet you're probably wondering, already saying, it's a level 1, no big deal. Guess what? It is. It's mainly used to send Dandelion from your hand to the grave and special summon Spore from your deck or the hand to the field.
And then, if Spore's in your graveyard, do that combo I mentioned in the beginning of the video.
Yep. And the thing is, as you know, when Dandelion sends from anywhere to the grave, special summon 2 fluff tokens, and you have Spore out, guess what? Sync for 2, and we'll show you who that is later on.
Ooh, we're gonna get to my favorite monster, aren't we? Alright. Book of Moon. I've explained this in my other decks, so I'm not gonna explain it. Scapegoat. This is a very fun card and very mean. It's a quick play, just like Book of Moon. So you can activate it even in your opponent's turn. Just have it set to like a trap card. I know, you noobs are like, wait, you can set spells? That's why it's called Spell and Trap Card Zone, you idiots. You special summon 4 sheep tokens. But you must make sure you have room for those 4 sheep tokens. Don't be like my idiot brother, activate it and expect only 3 to come out. It doesn't work.
It has to be exactly 4.
Alright. MST, as we know it. And if you don't know what this does, get a book, get a dictionary, find something. It is the oldest card in existence. I think it was made even before Blue Eyes.
It was made around the same time era, actually. But yeah.
Reinforcements of the army. For a warrior deck, this is a warrior's dream to draw this card, because you can automatically add 1 level 4 warrior from your deck to your hand. Now on to the twins. Well, I call them twins. Fiendish Chain and Shadow Spell. Alright, their effects are almost exactly the same. They're continuous and they activate, well, anytime.
Yep.
You don't require anything to activate them. Just your opponent has to have a monster on the field. Alright, we'll start with this one here.
Because it's so stupidly mean.
Yeah, because he's like the godfather of the 2. Versus the nephew. Okay, Fiendish Chain. I'm going to read it so I don't get anything wrong with it. Alright. Target 1 face-up effect monster on the field. That target's effects are negated. Also, that target cannot attack when this card is destroyed, destroy that card. Oh, wow. So if you use MST on your own card, you can destroy your opponent's monster.
No, wait. You read it wrong.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's when
that target is destroyed. Okay. So when your opponent's monster is destroyed by any means.
Yeah.
But basically your opponent cannot activate their effects.
Or attack.
Or attack, yeah.
Basic screw over right there.
Alright, Shadow Spell. Does exactly the same thing, except it does not negate attacks. Instead of negating attacks, it lowers your opponent's...
It doesn't negate effects.
Effects. It stops attacks. It does not negate effects. But instead of negating effects, like the Fiendish Chain, it lowers your monster's attack by 700. So let's say they're running a 2800 attacker, and all you have is a 25 on the field. Use this, lower it, attack, destroy their monster.
Or what you could do is wait for that monster to go into the damage step, because they're already hitting. Use the shadow spell.
Yeah, and they take damage and their monster is destroyed.
Yep.
Alright. Threatening Roar. I've gone over this with you guys a few times. It's an old card. It just stops the attack. Nothing else.
Make sure you activate it before the battle phase begins. Otherwise, the monster still can attack, though.
Yeah, it has to be activated during the main phase of your opponent's. Alright, a card I just got, and I'm so excited to bring to you guys. Dimensional Prison. When your opponent attacks, remove their monster from play.
I used to have two of those.
So Stardust cannot activate against it.
That's unless they use Assault Mode Activate and bring up
That's
Assault
different.
Mode.
But still, you remove your monsters from play. It's so mean. If you don't run at least 2,
you're dead.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they're about $12 each right now in stores.
Yeah, so that's basically 24 bucks right there.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very expensive game. Just like this next card I'm drawing. Here, it's a $24 card. I didn't think it was that much until I looked up online yesterday.
Oh, man.
Starlight Road.
This is another basic screw over right here.
It allows you to special summon Stardust. Now, what has to happen for this card to activate is your opponent has to destroy 2 of your cards or more that you control.
Well, has to try, actually.
Or has to try to. Because this card will negate whatever card they activate to destroy those monsters, and special summon a Stardust.
Basically, let's say you have 2 or more spells and traps on the field. Your opponent activates Heavy Storm.
Oh, I love to activate it against Heavy Storm. It is so fun. They're like, Heavy Storm, bitch! And I'm like, Starlight Road, you asshole!
Basic screw over.
But this card will even trump Starlight Road. Dark Bribe. This stops any spell or trap. Just give your opponent an extra draw that turn. That's it. Alright. One of the favorites... My mom's calling me. I gotta go. Okay. Okay, I've gotta go to help my mom out. Abel's gonna take over for me. I don't know how long till I get back. So he's gonna take over the deck profile so you don't miss anything.
Alright. Now then, back to Nathan's deck profile. Where we left off at was Dark Bribe. Now we're going to move on to the next card. A very favorite of pretty much everyone. Call the Haunted. Nathan runs triple of these. Very old card, doesn't need to be explained. But I'm going to do it anyways. When you activate this card, select 1 monster in your graveyard and special summon it. In attack position though, that's the back draw of it. But what you can do is basically bring back all your strongest monsters, except for the ones that can't be special summoned by other means. But basically this is a basic screw over. If you have 3, you're pretty much in the clear, but I'd say 3 is kind of overdoing it, but it's still good. Really good. Another favorite of Nathan's, very awesome to use. Scrap Iron Scarecrow. When your opponent calls and declares an attack, activate this to negate that attack, flip it back face down. However, when that happens, it can't be activated again that turn. It can only be activated once per turn, so when it sets back down, you have to wait till your opponent's next turn, activate it again. So basically it's an over and over kind of card. Another favorite of my friend Nathan's is Black Horn of Heaven. Negate a special summoning that's been done by your opponent. Very fun to use. Awesome, right? Torrential Tribute. Nathan loves to activate this just to be a jerk to people. What happens is that when anyone summons a monster, you can activate this, to destroy all monsters on the field. If they're in face down defense or face up, screw them over, they're still destroyed. Another favorite of Nathan's.
Oh, damn, that garbage smell. Just want me to take out the trash.
Ugh. Alright, since Nathan is back, I'm just going to leave him to the last 3 that are left. Take it away, Nathan.
Oh yay, you're up to one of my favorites.
Told you.
Bottomless trap hole. Your opponent summons a monster, you say no, and remove them from play.
It has to be a 1500 or more attack though.
Yeah, remember that. Oh, if you guys don't remember this from my other decks, I'll reach through this computer and slap you. Mirror Force. Due to the new rulings, you're now allowed to run 2. Yay! Better chances of destroying your opponent's monsters. But, remember Starlight Road. What if they have one? Alright. That's it with the main deck. Now, on to the crowning jewels of my deck. First one. One most people don't know about. Scarred Warrior. Alright? He's a warrior that, well, I'm going to read his effect because he's a brand new card I got. Your opponent cannot target a face-up warrior monster for an attack. So he has the same effect as Marauding. You can't attack another warrior. So you can have him on the field with Marauding. That would be awesome. Okay. Once per turn, if this card would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. So basically, he stays on the field no matter what.
That's another big help for the Turbo Booster combo.
Yeah. Alright. Then you have Junk Warrior. Alright, if you guys are noobs, you do not know what this does. If you aren't, you do. Alright. When he's on the field, he gains the attack of all level 2 or lower monsters on the field. I mean, that is just a killer. So let's say you have, I don't know, who's a high level 2? Squibble
Hedgehog.
He's a 600.
800 actually.
Oh, 800. So that's automatically 3,000 right there. Alright, Drill Warrior. In my friend Abel's next profile, he'll be showing you what it does. So I'm not going to explain it. I'll let him explain it in his next profile. Junk Gardener. My favorite. Always have it in defense mode though. Any turn, doesn't matter, yours or opponent, switch a monster to defense mode.
Or any battle position.
Any battle position, really. You can switch them to attack mode, defense mode. So say they have one in defense mode, they really want to keep it in defense mode, but you're like, ugh, I want to be mean. Let's switch it to attack mode.
Yeah, and if you want to do that, make sure you have a Savage Colosseum.
Ooh, it forces them to attack.
Yep.
But we'll get to that. I think that's in my Lightsworn deck. Yeah. Who runs the Savage Colosseum on Lightsworn deck? This guy! But his secondary effect, when he's destroyed...
Well, sent from the field to the grave.
Well, sent to the field. Let's say you Synchro Summon with him. Yes, most people don't think about that, but I do. Synchro Summon with him. You can automatically switch one of your monsters to defense mode. Let's say you really need... Well, actually, any position. Let's say if they forced your monster into defense, you switch to attack. Oh, look, Black Rose Dragon. Abel's here's favorite card. So I'm gonna let him explain it for you.
Yeah. This is.
Can't get you to come into view. There we go.
This pretty little flower is fun to use. When she synchro summons successfully, you can choose whether or not to, but when she synchro summons successfully, you can destroy all cards on the field. Yeah, it's that mean. But if you don't, her other effect you can use multiple times, but only once per turn though. Remove one plant type monster from your graveyard to out of play to switch one of your opponent's monsters that are in defense position to face up attack, and guess what? Their attack is reduced to 0. Too much. It's just basically screw over.
Camera dropped. Oh, now we're looking at the ceiling. Too high. How's that?
That's better.
Alright. On to one of my favorites. Colossal Fighter. For every warrior in yours or your opponent's grave, he gains an extra 100.
Colossal fat ass.
He'll explain why he calls it that later. Okay. His second effect, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon a warrior from your grave. Let's say you just want to be mean, you can special summon him back. over and over and over. It's kind of like a Scarred Warrior, except he's a level 8, and he's a 2800 attacker instead of a 23.
Yep. Alright. Explain where he gains attack from the warriors, right?
Yeah, I explained that.
Okay.
Road Warrior. Most people don't run this in a junk deck, but I do, because of his effect. You can special summon one level 2 from your deck, machine, or warrior, once per turn. So let's say you need Quillbolt on the field, special summon. Whatever. Ooh, to my crowning jewel, Junk Destroyer. For every non-tuner used to synchro summon him, destroy that many cards in your opponent's field. It only works the turn he's summoned, so if you're gonna bring him out your first turn, I suggest not. Bring out something else, because that would be a really poor move.
Yep.
Alright, Stardust Dragon. I used to have 2, but I traded one to Abel here, and so now I only have 1. So, but whatever. I still make stuff happen with just 1. Alright. Stardust Dragon, you should know his effect. He negates any destruction.
Yeah, card effect destruction.
Card effect destruction. He cannot stop attacks, though. People are thinking he can, but he can't.
Yeah.
Those people need to reread the card. Alright, Formula Synchron. He is one of my personal favorite tuners, because he's also a Synchro monster. It is very rare.
Synchro tuner!
Especially this rarity. This is a gold rare. Can you tell it's a gold rare?
They should, but with the code on it, though.
Yeah.
They won't be able to read the code anyways. But
yeah, but it's kind of hard. This year cost me $30. Okay. I just really wanted the card. I didn't care about the money at the time. But his effect, basically, he can synchro summon during be used as synchro material during your opponent's turn. So let's say, well, I'll let Abel explain that in his profile. But I suggest having him in defense mode. But he can be used as synchro material during your opponent's turn. So, but it's only during the main phase of their opponent's turn, not during the battle phase. All right, Shooting Star Dragon. He has to have formula to summon him. Formula doesn't require, he can only tune for this one. You can use him for anything you want, but you have to have formula to summon this guy. He's too tubular not to have in your deck when you're running a junk deck. He can stop attacks, stop effect damage, and he can attack multiple times.
Card
effect destruction. And he can attack multiple times depending on how many tuners you draw. Abel will explain it for you later in his deck profile. Just like these two. He'll explain them later. I'm just giving you a brief description. This one here is Red Dragon Archfiend. If this card attacks a defense position monster, destroy that monster. Destroy all monsters in defense position as well. And after damage calculations. During your end phase, destroy all monsters that didn't attack. Okay, and then the Red Nova, mine's a little old and beat up, but it still works. He requires 2 tuners to summon him, and Red Dragon Archfiend. So you have to have 3 cards on the field. He's a level, what level is he?
He's a 12.
12. So, and Red Dragon Archfiend's an 8, so you need
4 more stars.
4 more stars. I suggest using Junk Synchron and Spore. Yeah, Spore. Or if you want, was that a card I used to run the deck? That level 1, it was used
the Turbo Synchro?
No, the other one. Oh well. Can't remember. He stops attacks, and he destroys all defense positions on the field, just like Red Dragon. This card cannot be destroyed by spell, traps, or monster effects. So basically, he's there permanent unless you overpower him. And then his last effect, which I think is too much for the card. I don't know what Konami was thinking when they added it. For every tuner in your graveyard, he gains 500 attack. During my last duel, I got him up to, I think it was 65,000? 65,000 attack points. And since he automatically sends 2 tuners to your graveyard, that's already 1,000 extra for 4,500. So yeah, it's a little much. Alright, happy Halloween, guys. Wednesday, wait, no. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Friday, I will be posting Abel's video with his deck profile. I'll be posting this today, or somewhere around, I want to say, 10 o'clock. So, it's already 10 now, so I'll be posting it in the next few minutes. Just wait for it to render and you'll be able to watch it. Wait, why am I telling them this? They won't know. They'll only see it when it's on the thing.
Technically, it's only 4:30.
No. Oh, whatever.